Yeah. I'm like, was? Oh boy. What's going on, bro? Huh? Why is it recommending me my own video? It's weird. That is really weird. No, I don't want to see my own live. Close. That was really weird. Ah. That's weird. Mm. Ah. I gotta keep doing that until it becomes habit. I want to switch it. The problem is it's awkward. I could do this. I could do that. Because if I'm playing on a left-handed kit, the floor tom is down here, so it's easier to go up. You know, so with this, hurts your wrist too. Stephanie. What's up, Stephanie? I keep banging my knuckles together. We're just warming up, trying to get my. Telling you, man, Georgia got weird weather. Last week it was all warm and like 85 degrees, and now it's like freezing, like freezing. And when it gets cold, your skin gets dry. It's hard for you to hold your sticks. It's a good exercise. Hey, my hands are dry. What? Never heard of it. What? Shut you out? I don't get it. All right, it's cold. Let me get this little space here. It is cold. I gotta warm up my hands. Woof. You know what's crazy? I'm watching this thing about marriage, and this dude's saying marriage, it like the men take the L. You know, men take an L in getting married. I don't think so. You just don't marry any old scallywag just because she's cute and she makes you laugh and all that stuff. Nah, bro. No. You know. You picking the wrong women. Like horrible, goofy women have been around since human, like forever. You gotta actually. I'm gonna say something. People may not like it, but this is like the trap. You think, oh well, I gotta test it out before I buy it. So you gotta play house before you sleep with this woman. And generally, men can know off the bat if this woman is Mrs. Right or Mrs. Right now. If you can't, maybe you shouldn't be dating. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. Maybe you shouldn't be dating. If you're gonna date a girl, don't sleep with her. Because sex only brings like an attachment. And you're only with this girl because you're having sex, and you really don't like her. Something in the back of your mind is like, but you got this sex bond, you know what I mean? And as much as dudes would like to think, oh, well, men can have sex mindlessly. Yes and no. You know what I mean? The reason why I say yes and no is because there are a lot of guys out there who marry chicks and they were only with them because they slept with them. And they were with them for a long time and they think, well, it's about time. All my friends are getting married. Maybe I should get married. Maybe she's the one. If you're saying maybe, she ain't the one. She's not the one, man. You know what I mean? So in a lot of ways, there's been idiot women out there forever. I think men don't know how to pick women, man. They're either picking what's convenient, or they're picking the big button smile, or she's cute and and she's likable, but do you love her and you like her? Not just like her. Do you love her and you like her? You know what I mean? So, and not only that, but men know. Most men I know that are still married, they knew off the rip, man, it's my wife. I'm gonna marry her. The first date, I knew I was gonna marry my wife. The first date, I knew I was gonna marry her. I found out later on when we got engaged, because we never really talked about that until just before we got engaged. Well, until we got engaged. And she was like, yeah, I knew I was gonna marry her. She said our first date, we knew we were gonna marry each other. Men know, and just, I think men, like I got 2 sons I'm raising. I'm like, don't worry about no women, bro. Worry about your money. I make my money. You broke. I don't owe you nothing. Your job is to go out and become a productive member of society. Make your own money. Handle your own business. You know what I mean? But don't think you're going to sit under my roof and just be chilling. Nah. My money is not your money. So I think at a certain point, like early on, man, you got to make hay while the sun's up. You know, while you young, make your money. Focus on yourself. Then after that, you know, you will have matured enough and gained enough insight into people in general that you know what you want in a wife, and then pick a wife. But a lot of these dudes, they be picking goofballs. You know, they be picking chicks that ungrateful. They're easily led. When I say easily led, they can be led by this whole feminist movement. And I'm not anti women don't have rights. Women have rights, and women's rights are human rights. Just like gay rights. Gay rights are human rights. Because now, you know, if you start separating that stuff, now you got to have midget rights and you got to have bald people rights. No. You know, you treat people with human decency. And humans deserve rights. You know, but that feminism stuff that, like, I can do anything a man does. If you're dealing with a woman that's easily led and she's talking that stuff, that's not your. I don't care how nice she is. I don't care how much good the sex is. I don't care how cute she is. I don't care how much she's cool with your friends. She ain't your woman, bro. She gonna turn on you, man. I'm telling you, she gonna turn on you. If she doesn't know her role, she gonna turn on you. She gonna turn on you. And I don't believe in red pill. I don't believe in blue pill. I believe in reality. You know. I believe in reality, man. The reality is, man, you know, you gotta learn how to pick a woman, man. If she like going out all the time, that ain't the woman you want. If she don't know how to cook, that ain't the woman you want. If you mention kids and she's like, that ain't the woman you want. If she don't know how to have your back, that ain't the woman you want. You know what I mean? If she's not encouraging you, like, I think you could do it. You know, hey, if she's not enhancing your life, like, hey, oh, honey, you want to start this business? You know what? I could do this for you. Here, this will make it easier for you to start this business. Or how can I help you? If that ain't her attitude, she ain't your woman. If she out for self, then she don't want a husband. She want a roommate that she can sleep with. Like, it's like, and that ain't gonna last, man. It ain't gonna last. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, that may not be what people want to hear on this stream. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. You know, I feel like older men need to be helping younger men with that stuff. You know, and I've been with my wife for 23 years. You know, and she met me when I was dead broke. She's making like 4 times than what I was making. But what won her was my character, not my ability to make money. It was my character. She knew I was a man of my word. She knew I was to be trusted. You know, I could be trusted. She knew I was a hard worker. You know. She knew I wasn't with that cheating stuff and none of that. You know, and that's another thing. If you can't keep it in your pants, don't think about marriage. Just don't. If you cannot keep it in your pants, don't think about marriage. Don't put no woman through that foolishness. You need to grow up and learn how to keep it in your pants. Then think about marriage. I'm gonna set this up different. know how I'm going to set it up different. But first, I'm going to take this off. There we go. I like this practice pad. It's got two surfaces. One's a little harder, pause, and it resembles more of an actual drum head. And it's louder. know she came from radio. I didn't know she came from radio. That's why. Ah, thank God for these headphones, or else it would have been like, BOW! Right in the face. It's happened. I broke glasses. I done broke glasses, poked myself in the eye, BOW! I had a scar on my eye. It was like a red dot on my eye. Right under my pupil. Like to the angle. At an angle. They died after stealing the air conditioner. Okay. Wait, what is going on with? She is bigger than I don't know. She might be able to beat Keith Thurman. She might be able to beat Keith Thurman. She might. She might. Clarissa Shields might be able to beat Keith Thurman. Because she's bigger than him. She got a longer reach than him. And she actually spars with dudes. She can't find female sparring partners. She spars dudes. So she might be able to beat Keith Thurman. I've seen her knock a dude out too. The problem is he got that strength. Men have that strength. She might get, I don't know, she might get clipped. Yeah, she's bigger. Yep. She got a longer reach. She's taller than him. She's bigger than him. I don't know. Tom Sawyer. I remember learning Tom Sawyer when I was in like ninth grade. Ninth grade. I remember learning that whole album when I was in ninth grade. Moving Pictures, unless for Gaslight. Man. Yeah, who cares? Oh. Okay. My man Sterling. Come on, bro. Rosanna, I gotta come with something different. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all need to get with the 21st century, bro. Drummers nowadays, it's like asking an NBA player to do a layup, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, no offense. I love Jeff Porcaro, but generations get better, man. Like that's like asking asking a basketball player to make a layup, dude. That's, come on, bro. Or like asking somebody to dunk a ball. Like, dude's been dunking since the 60s. Come on, bro. It's just a basic dunk. Ugh. Stand under the net and just, ugh. Come on, bro. No offense, man. Rosanna's like, that's not a challenge anymore. It wasn't a challenge back in the day. It came from Bernard Purdy, Like, people look at, oh, Jeff Porcaro, the shuffle. No, Bernard Purdy. He got it from Bernard Purdy. And Bernard Purdy got it from jazz shuffles. You know, and jazz shuffles got it from blues shuffles. Chicago blues, to be precise. Come on, bro. You gotta get with the 20th. You gotta get with the 21st century. No offense, man. You gotta get with the 21st century, man. Now, if you're talking about that, that's Jeff Beccaro. Low Down, Dirty Low Down, Boz Cax. Oops. Fast single strokes. If you want to play fast single strokes, then you need to learn how to play slow. For instance,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
If you notice, my wrists are barely moving. Now, when I say start off slow, make it to even 160. I like even numbers. I'm kind of like weird like that. What you need to do is learn how to use finger technique. This right here, this is the fulcrum. You do this. This, the middle knuckle, creates the movement. You can do a lot more like this. You can play a lot faster like this than you can like this with your wrists. And if you keep using your wrists, you're gonna get carpal tunnel syndrome. So you know, so if you notice, I'm only using my wrists and my elbows for accent. You know, so that's basically it. It's finger technique. All those guys that play insanely fast, they're all playing. They're using finger technique. They're not telling you, but they're using finger technique. Here's a good exercise. Do this. Then take the next finger. And go back to the first finger. Go back to the next finger. Also, get one of these. Because that opening and closing, you put a stick there, that's all you're doing. That's literally all you're doing. So get one of these, man. The grip strengtheners. If you work with finger technique, if you use finger technique, it'll save your wrists. And I say that, man, I'm saying all this just from personal experience. I started using finger technique because I blew out my wrists. I blew out my elbows and my wrists from years of just doing this. You know, years of doing that, just using my wrists. And a doctor, I had to go to this really, I had to go to physical therapy. And it was at a really high end place. At the time, the job I had had great insurance. So I went there and they gave me a tens machine. They gave me all kinds of stuff. But anyway, like you would see Atlanta Falcons players, you would see Carolina Panthers players, you would see, you know, uh, oh, pro baseball players, pro soccer, you know, football players, you know, pro American football players, you know, pro hockey players. Like they would all go there. And one of the guys, you had to go to stations, you know, this guy, and they didn't give you what they didn't give you cortisone shots because cortisone actually depletes your joints of cartilage. So they just rehabbed your stuff. And they shot something else in it, and in my wrists and my elbows, but it wasn't cortisone. Like cortisone, you got to keep going back. This place, they gave you the shots for the treatment. I've been fine since. I don't, my elbows, my wrists don't hurt. But the last station, the guy had to break up the calcium because the connective tissue in my wrists, you know, like the tendons and stuff right there that connect all that stuff, and my wrists and my elbows was calcifying. And they told me, they were like, you gotta stop playing. So I had to stop for like 8 weeks and go through rehab for 8 weeks. And they had me bring in a practice pad and a pair of sticks. And they examined my technique. And they were like, play as fast as you can. And I played and they were like, you're too stiff. They were like, why don't you use your hands? Why are you using your wrists and your elbows? Why don't you use your hands? And I was like, what? And this guy was a martial arts guy. He said a fast muscle is a relaxed muscle. He was like a kung fu, like he would use all these like different like martial arts, like MMA stuff. Like, yo, you need to do this and do that. Like in fighting, you have to do this, you do that. You know what I mean? So one of the things, the most important thing was a fast muscle is a relaxed muscle. And he said, you need to use your hands. He was like, you need to be, he was like, you don't need to do all that. He's like, you need to do that. And he took the stick and just went. Now, he wasn't doing it that fast, but he was like, you need to just, it should be just like opening your hand, opening and closing your hand. And I thought about it, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, man, this dude ain't no drummer. He don't know what he's talking about. But I went home, and I YouTube World's Fastest Drummer League. And all of those guys were using hand technique. I was like, he's right. And I'd stopped playing. I had to stop playing for those 8 weeks. So I'd stopped playing. But as soon as the 8 weeks were up, and I was finished with the rehab, I was like, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to just ruin my arm, so I can't play anymore. So this was back when you used to be able to DM people on YouTube. You can't do it anymore. You used to be able to go to their channels, and you know, you would DM them. It was kind of like an email. And I would just DM different drummers. Like I DM Mike Mangini because he had a channel. I don't know if he still does. I think he still does. This guy named Davnis Prieto, he's a Cuban drummer. He had just came out back then, and he had a ridiculous, this is back when CDs were out. It was like towards the end of when CDs, almost like streaming was coming up, but they still had CDs, sidebar. But I DM'd him. I would, like, how do you come up with music? He was like, man, I come up with music. I'll be driving in my car, and I'll hear, if I'm going over a bridge or something, I'm listening to the rhythm of the wheels, you know, riding on the, you know, because they make bridges in seams. He was like, I would be riding and listening to the seams in the bridge. or the wind whistling through the trees, and I was like, huh. So then there was this one guy. His name is Kevin Hayden. He was like, you need to practice to a metronome slowly. I asked him, I said, how do you get smooth like that? He said, practice to a metronome slowly. Then I asked Mike Mangini, who's one of the world. He used to be in the world's fastest drummer competition. He's like, for a while he was the guy. He was the top guy. And he still is. And I asked him, I was like, yo, how do you get fast? And he showed, he actually made a video and he showed, he was like, do this. And then do this. Except he said, do this with this finger. And he said, and then do this with this finger. You can tell I never did it because I just kept it to 2. But he made a video of that technique, and I was like, oh. So then I combined playing slowly to a metronome with using that technique, and that's how I got that. No, I know what you're talking about. They end up. You're not a fan of Mike Mangini? Oh, okay, well, cool. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but cool. So you're ending up like this. That's where practicing slowly to a metronome. Because I used to do that. I used to be like, you gotta train your muscles to do this. But that comes from this.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
You have to train yourself to not do that. Yeah, you have to train yourself to play like this. What your best bet is, you could do a 2 mic recording technique. Hold on. I'm gonna show you something. David, oh, no problem. David, I'm gonna show you a little secret. If I can find one. Hopefully I can. You're in luck. You're in luck. Go online. Go online and get, I have a Focusrite, I have a a cheap one right here. This cost me like 30 bucks. It's USB powered. I have an Air. Hold on. I have an M Audio Air. I got it used for 60 bucks. Less than it costs for your mic. Less than your SM57. Now, get one of those. You don't want to get that. That's too noisy. That's why it's up there. That's why I'm not using it. It's not worth it. But get an M Audio Air. It's a 2-channel. You don't have to worry about hearing yourself because it automatically monitors what you're hearing. It's USB powered. And what you can do is you can buy these. This is a short one I have. It's a mic splitter, or it's a channel splitter. Plug this in to your interface, and you can hook another cord up to that, or hook another cord up to that, and you got 2 mics. I have an 8-channel interface. I got 8 channels, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. I have 12 mics hooked up to an 8-channel interface. And the reason why is because the 2 floor toms, they're on 1 channel. Like, you know, like putting 1 channel and then saving one for, I got 2 floor toms, putting a mic on 1 individual channel and another mic on another individual channel. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Get a mic splitter and hook them up to the same channel. They're gonna, you know, the two, like the EQing is gonna be the same, like the panning is gonna be the same. My bass drum, I have a homemade subkick and an actual bass drum mic inside the porthole. Those are on the same channel. My 2 snares, I have my regular snare and my side snare that's tuned, it's detuned. They're on the same channel. Now, of course, my overheads, they're on different channels because one's hard pan left and one's hard pan right. My rack toms, the only reason why I have both my rack toms on the same channel is because I use another, well, actually, that's 12. There's 13 is another mic. I use another mic for talkback. When I'm streaming, I want to be able to talk to whoever I'm talking to. So that has its own separate channel. But my point is, first of all, buy your gear all used. Only buy it used. And buy mic splitters, man. You know what I mean? And the thing about mic splitters is this. You don't have to deal with phase issues. Trust me. I used to have a 32-channel board, and it was a pain in the neck dealing with phase issues. You gotta move this mic, and then you gotta flip the phase on this one, and ain't nobody got time for all that, bro. They don't. They don't have. Nobody has time for all that. So just get a bunch of mic splitters. And I don't know if you've never ever heard of Rick Beato. Rick Beato does the same thing. He just uses mic splitters. You know what I mean? But it's a secret that a lot of engineers ain't gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you. I buy all my gear used. Except for this monitor controller. Like I have 3 sets of monitors. I got monitors here, got other monitors there, and I got a mono mixing monitor right there. I bought that new. The mics, Most of the mics I bought new, except for my SM57. I bought that used. And it's subkick. I made that. And if you want more low end out of your bass drum, I got one up there. Get a 6-inch speaker. It fits perfectly into an 8-inch. I'll show you. Six-inch speaker. I don't even know where I got it from. I think I found an old speak. I saw one on the side of the road. And I took the speaker cabinet and took this out. This is a 6-inch woofer. 6-inch cone. This is an 8-inch tom. Fits perfect. Fits in there perfect. You got a subkick. You got a subkick microphone. Now all you got to do is take an old mic cord, strip it out. This thing is old. The spider. Sorry, Mr. Spider. Hook it up, strip it out, hook it up. Run it through that little sound port. Well, run it through the sound port first. You know, tie a knot in it, so when you pull it, it's not going to pull that off. Tie a knot in it. Tie a nice knot in the cord. And then have it hanging it. Hook it up right there. And then take the head and fit it right on top and put it on there like as if it's an actual drum head. You got yourself a subkick. Now mine has a volume knob and everything, but you can either make a subkick, or you could pay between $300 and $500 and buy a subkick. I chose to make one. But I have that. That microphone, my other microphone, is actually in the porthole, pointing directly at where my batter hits, so I can get the slap of the punch, and I can get the low end. Yes, works everywhere. Yes. Yeah. Dude, they work everywhere, bro. They work everywhere. I'm telling you, man. You can either, like I said, Yamaha makes them. DW makes them. Like tons of companies make subkicks, man. And the whole subkick trick is it came about in the early 60s when they started, because back, when rock and roll first started, jokers were, they had like 20-inch bass drums, because it was basically an offshoot of blues and jazz. So they had 20-inch bass drums. When rock and roll came about, they were using 22-inch bass drums. Like Bonham had he would use a 24 or sometimes a 26-inch bass drum. So because they wanted that boom, they wanted it to cut through the mix. So what guys would do is they would take a 6-inch speaker and just somehow mount it on just mount it on a stand or something like that, and put it up against. If you look at old pictures, you'll actually see it. They would put it up against the bass drum, not touching the reso head, but just like mine is like 3 fingers away, just good enough to where, because the thing about it is, the thing about frequencies, the further away, the more the frequency, it almost like, it sounds better further away than it does up close. It has, it like the bass sound actually forms further away. Now you get too further away, you can't hear nothing. Well, you can, but it sounds like woofy and boo, 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 boo. But you want it just far enough where you can still hear the percussiveness of the batter, of the mallet hitting the bass drum batter side, but you also want it far enough to where it has a fuller bass sound. But concerning church, now they were doing that in probably like the mid 60s. Yeah, when rock and roll became electrified, when you got like Jimi Hendrix and the Rolling Stones and not even the Beatles, not even Hendrix, not even the Stones, more like, I think it was like Zeppelin, guys like Zeppelin, and even like Billy Cobham when he was playing with Miles Davis. They wanted that bigger rock sound. They wanted a more bombastic sound. But it's an age-old trick. That's why if you do it, ain't nobody gonna come after you and try to sue you. It's an age-old trick. But they actually, like I said, they sell them. It's not worth buying them. It's cheaper to make them. That's why, as a matter of fact, Yamaha used to sell them. They discontinued them because people were making them. It's like, why should I buy why should I pay $400 when I can just make one? You know what I mean? So, but in terms of modern applications, it works for everything. It really works for churches. It really works for gospel music. Like, it really, really works for gospel music. You know what I mean? I play in a church. It works for gospel. It works for praise and worship. It works for shout music. It just works. You know what I mean? Your sound guy has to know, don't boom it up because it's going to sound like an 808. You know what I mean? But, a lot of hip hop drummers use it because you can make it sound like an 808. So, yeah, it's an age-old technique, but it's tried, tested, and true. And you could take a mic splitter and put them both on the same channel, and you're good. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's cheaper, bro. It's cheap. Look, man. I'm married with 4 kids. That enough says it all. Me and my wife got 4 kids. We ain't got money like that. We got responsibilities. We got house, car, food. We ain't got money like that. So I had to find ways. I have another channel, Drums and Cheap Mics. I'm going to start putting up stuff on there to kind of give like workarounds, man. I've been recording before I met my wife. Long before. I started recording probably 9th grade, 10th grade. My dad was a musician, so studios and stuff like that. I had home studios before, before they were home studios. If you had a home studio, you had to be rich. You know what I mean? I used to rig old stereo component sets to make them so I could actually multi-track record until I got like a Fostex 8-track joint, and you put the cassettes in there and you could record on 8 tracks, and you learn how to pan, you know what I mean? All of that stuff to kind of bounce things down, all that stuff. I learned all them tricks, man. I learned how to splice. I would undo the cassette and I would pull it out or pull out the tape and just take a razor, eh, eh, put it back together, take some tape, eh, put it on there, boom. Like, bro, I used to do all that stuff. Then when everything went digital, I went straight to learn how to record in the digital domain, you know. So I got tons of how-tos, how to get a pro sound with like homemade stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I got a song on there now. I think it's called How It's Done. I was mixing it down on my early yesterday stream. I was mixing it down yesterday morning. You know, live on stream. But yeah, man, I got, you know, like, especially nowadays, man, you live in an era where I came up where the stuff they got now, people would fight, kill, die, cheat, steal, and lie for it. I'm telling you, the quality, the off the like that M Audio Air, that thing has insane quality. I got it for $60 used, and that's another thing. I'm telling you, don't go to Guitar Center. Don't go nowhere else. Don't buy it. No, don't buy it brand new. Don't wait till, oh, that's the newest, freshest. No, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna say it'll beat like the beginner level stuff. But the difference between the mid-level gear, like I have mid-level gear. This Focusrite Scarlett 18920, I like it because you can expand it to 20 channels. You know, so I'll probably get another Focusrite and hook it up with this. You could light pipe them together, daisy chain them together, because eventually I want to get back to recording bands in here again. But the difference between the mid-level, like this, is straight up beginner. You don't want this. That M Audio Air and the Focusrite, that's mid-level. Now the differences between the two are negligible. There are people putting out like Grammy-winning albums with like cheap mid-level stuff. Not even the high, because mid-level is just, it depends, you know. It's all about how you, first of all, it's all about song structure. There have been tons of songs that if you listen to them, you're like, man, this song is horribly done. It's horrible. Like the audio quality is like horrible, but you're like, dang, but it's a catchy tune, man. It's just a good song. That ultimately, that's what's important. If you're writing a good song, I don't care how great the quality is. If it's horrible, ain't nobody gonna buy it. Nobody gonna want that trash. And be like, yeah, it sounds great. It's very quiet. The quiet parts are very quiet. I can hear every little part of the guitars or the bass or the drums. The piano sound beautiful. They sound so smooth and lush. But the song is trash. You know what I mean? So, like, whatever, man. You know, don't get tricked into having to buy the latest gear. That is such, like, that's such a rookie. That's a rookie move, man. Don't get caught up in buying the latest gear, man, because it's not gonna help your songwriting ability. Another thing too is the reason why I have my drums set up here. I don't know if you can see them. The reason why I have my drums set up here is because that's the sweet spot of the room. I literally, I used to have a drum set up here and a drum set over there. This was over there. Here, it used to be a jazz kit. I always played on a jazz kit because it just sounded better. I would play the bigger kit over there, and I was like, man, I tried to record it, be like, man, it don't sound right. I didn't realize it until eventually I was just like, you know what, man? I just took a drum and just was like, doom, 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 walked around the room and was like, okay, that's the sweet spot of the room. So a lot of getting good recordings is trying to find the sweet spot of the room. You know what I mean? So now I just got a couch over there. I don't know, man. I might set up another kit. I don't know. But I don't know, man. I really wanna, but I don't wanna. I wanna because I don't wanna have to break this down, you know, and then set up another kit, you know. I need a spot where I could just set them both up and they both sound nice, you know. Because that area over there, it just sounded horrible. It was bad. Um, but my point is, find the sweet spot of your room where the drums sound the best. Um, and that just takes not a snare, just a regular tom, boom, 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 or just walk around and clap. You know what I mean? If you're hearing a bunch of weird echoes, you don't want you know, you'll hear, you'll be able to hear it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, find a sweet spot. There's all kinds of tricks, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, get a cheap M Audio Air. It runs on USB. Get an M Audio Air. It's a 2-channel. And get a bunch of mic splitters, man. You know, that way if it's 2-channel, so you get 4 mics, you can hook up all 4 mics. So yeah, man, there's workaround. So yeah, I knew there was 12. There's actually 13 mics hooked up to this. So you know, and I got out of an 8-channel interface. So you know, but that's how you do it, man. That's a little free game. I usually charge people for that, but it's a little free game. Ooh. Ooh. What? I'm trying to find something before I start playing again. Hey? Yeah, it is over. Yes. Hold on. One 926. It's an M Audio Air 192-6 or it's /6. So that means it's whatever. An M Audio, bro. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna see how much I can find when used. I know I paid $60 for mine. I just got it as an extra interface for that. I have another Mac over there. Used M Audio. $50 at Guitar Center. Here's one for $42. You get brand new, they're 119, but 120 bucks. Used, yeah, M Audio Air 1926. Hold on. Trying to find a decent image. Oh, come on, man. This is what they look like. That's what they look like. It's a 2-channel. Get that and a bunch of mic splitters. And if you're wondering, some mics require phantom power. Phantom power works with mic splitters. Because all these are Neumanns. Neumann TLM 103s. They cost a lot. They cost about $1,200. 11 is some. You're gonna pay 12 after taxes. This is ran on phantom power. That's ran on phantom power. That's ran on phantom power. All of these are ran on phantom power. The overheads are ran on phantom power. As a matter of fact, my M Audio Air is ran on one of the channels is split. It's got an overhead right there, and I got a pencil mic right there. So that channel, one of those, that actually has 3, like one channel is broken into, I got a mic splitter on it, so it's powering 2 channels. The other one, I don't know what that's for. Oh, I know what that's for. Sometimes I play along to a metronome, so I stick the metronome in there, and I can listen to myself and listen to whatever I'm streaming, or if I'm watching YouTube or something, I can watch YouTube, play the metronome, and play along to the metronome, and still hear my drum set. So, but yeah, man, that's how you do it, bro. Hold on, I gotta get some tea.
Quite knows what this thing is. Suka thrives on all kinds of crazy energy. And oftentimes it's just too much for folk to handle.
This doesn't seem mixed. It wasn't mixed. But yeah. M Audio Air, bro. I don't know how I got mine. I might have got mine at Guitar Center. Or they have like Musical Around where you could trade stuff or buy used stuff. I don't know. I know I paid $60 for mine. You can get them, apparently, you go online, find them for 40, 50 bucks, you know. Yeah, man. And I'm gonna say this, bro. You've got SM57s. You've got one SM57. My old setup, I use all SM57s. Now, The thing about using all SM57s on the snare as well as all the toms, now I have an SM57 on my snare, and I've got a Radio Shack mic. They don't even make them anymore. Radio Shack ain't even around anymore. A Radio Shack mic on my side snare. Sounds exactly like an SM57, so, and I paid like $20 for it. But, oh, SM57s are good. They give you that punchy sound. They give you the sound that if you want to make loops and samples, they're great to use. They have a classic sound in that, like, you can't go wrong with an SM57. Like I said, they have a classic sound. They have a punchy sound, which is why everybody uses them on snares. Now you got different options, but you can't go wrong with SM57. They're cheap. They sound great. They've got a great mid-range, a really punchy mid-range. And I've noticed that SM57s, two questions. I'll hit them back later. Now, like if you're buying a sample pack, for instance, if you mic up all your drums with SM57s, you really don't have to do much processing. Because it picks up pretty punchy if you're using all SM57s. I've noticed that this is a Neumann TLM 103. It's a wider range, but you kind of give up some of the punchiness. So you got to do a little bit of processing. You know, you got to add some compression. But you can't go wrong. Don't feel bad that you got SM57s. A lot of dudes prefer SM57s. That's what they prefer. They get the ones that with the right angles. Like, cause you can buy SM57s that are like, they're right angles. You know what I mean? So, and I've seen guys with just those on as tom mics. You know, you can't go wrong with them. You know, so yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. There's a reason. Dude. It's like a hammer. You know, it's like the hammer of mics. Like every toolbox, in every toolbox you're gonna find a hammer. You know, in every studio you're gonna find an SM57. You know, so yeah. All right. Let me close this out. What's this guy talking about? He said, I'm a real Korean. He's like, wait a minute. Did you just, so you saying you a real N-word? That's what you saying? You just told me you a real N-word? My man, my N-word. That's funny. Oh yeah. This joke is funny. This dude's funny. Yo, this dude is funny, man. This dude is funny. Ooh, Steve I. Guys, I am a... Ooh, that sounds... Your channel is eligible... What? Is eligible. Unlock a new way to earn money with memberships. Bro. Okay, cool. Not right now. Not right now. I'll do it later. Whoa. How do you get out of that trick? How do you get out of bar stands? How do you get out of bar stands? How is he getting out of this trick? How is he getting out of this trick? He's stuck. Yeah, he couldn't. Okay. Yeah. Not really, man. Not really. Not really. It gets to a point where you can. It doesn't really matter what you're playing on, man. Not really. I learned that. I saw Tony Royster playing on a piece of trash drum set, and he was smoking. It don't matter. After you get to a certain point, man, where you can play on anything and make it sound good. You can play on spackle buckets, make them sound good, Metronome.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Of course, you got to do the boring stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the stuff that nobody wants to, like, this is the stuff that nobody likes to, they don't want to show that. This is the boring stuff. That's why I do this stuff while I'm watching, like, YouTube. You know, it's better than staring at a clock. You know, it makes the time go fast. Yeah, he's not the only one, man. You know, a lot of guys, man, they get to a certain point in their playing where they can make anything. They can make dish rag sound good. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's how you hit it. Yeah. Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2,
loud.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4
Oh yeah.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1
Okay.
2 3 4 5 1 2
No mics?
4 5
Yeah.
1 2 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1
Yeah,
2
I
3
don't.
4 5 1 2
You know what? I've learned this, man. I just had to get that out. I used to have double bass, 4 rack toms, 3 power toms, 3 floor toms, snare here, side snare, bunch of cymbals, and I was just like, you know, just killing it. And then I went to a jam night. They had rack tom, floor tom, snare, hi-hat, crash, ride cymbal. No double pedal. I couldn't do anything. It was like, nothing. It was like I had to stick to... Because I was so used to playing on having everything. And once you took all that stuff away, I couldn't really do anything. So now, what I did was, I put half of that stuff. I was like, sit it to the side, and I stripped my kit down to hi-hat. Not only that, but that was around the time there was a guy named Ion. I met this guy named Ion. He was the oldest of 5 brothers. Oldest of 5 brothers. If you're in Times Square in Manhattan, Yeah, there's a classic Times Square view where it's got the jumbotron right there, and the street that splits like that. Well, across the street, you go down that way. There used to be the Virgin Megastore, and then there was Sabaros, and then there was another store on top of that. It was a restaurant. Sabaros was the pizza place. The other store, I can't remember what it was called, and it actually became right next to the Virgin Megastore was, oh man, it was a restaurant owned by Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger and some other dude, but and Sylvester Stallone. I can't remember the name of it. But you go down there, and it was nothing but music stores, and you could walk down there and see whoever the biggest names in the music business. They'd be down there shopping or whatever. Well, across from where that jumbotron is in Times Square, it's like a triangle, and there was this guy Ion. He had a kick, snare, no hi-hat, kick, snare, ride cymbal. This dude was killing. Like, when I say killing, this dude was killing. So was the jam session incident coupled with that incident of seeing him. Like, he gave me his cassette, and he was like, yeah, take that. And it's just him just ripping. I stole so many riffs off that cassette, man. But those two incidences taught me, man, you got to strip it down. So I stripped that big set down. I put all that stuff in the corner, and I had rag time, floor time, hi-hat, crash, snare, ride cymbal. That's it. Simple jazz 4-piece. And I worked on playing on that for years, because I never wanted to be limited again. You know what I mean? I didn't want to put myself, in a Yup. Yep. Yep. Well, I don't even use gates. I use gates on my toms. But I use gates on my toms sometimes. Like the last recording I did, I didn't even use gates. I have them on the channel strip just in case, but like I have a gate on this one because this snare tends to pick up the low end bleed from this ride cymbal, and it sounds horrible. I want the overheads to pick up the ride cymbal, not my toms. So I have these, this one and those two are gated. But even then, sometimes I turn it off. But as far as reverb, I put it even like the snare rattle, I don't care. Like, because when you're listening to it live, you hear all that stuff. Like, it's, it starts to sound, for me, it starts to sound unnatural. And if you're mixing in the box, you're adding more to the math equation. And it starts to sound kind of artificially. The only thing now that I put heavy reverb on is the room mics. I'll put heavy reverb on the room mics and really dial up the reverb and dial down the actual sound of the drums. Like, I just give it more reverb and less drums. So it gives a sense of, okay, this is a big room. Like, cause this is a tiny room, man. It's great for if you want just a dry drum sound. But if you're trying to get a decent room sound, it ain't happening. Not in here. Yeah. Yup. Yeah. But yo, email. That's a little secret that a lot of people don't know. Yeah, that's a little something that people don't really. They don't take that into account. Lower the input. Yeah, you know, that's rookies don't really realize that. They don't. That's a move that kind of, if you're seasoned, hey man, just lower that. That'll work. So okay. It's a cool trick. Oh yeah. This is a good way to strengthen your ghost notes. And my ghost notes still need work. Good way to strengthen them. You can go. A good way to smooth out your hi-hats, you might need to clamp down on the pedal harder so it's tighter. All right. I need something else. Yeah. Or you know. Ooh, brand new Van Halen news. Oh, I've already heard this. Yeah, I've already heard this. Oh. Nice. Okay. Okay. Give it time, bro. I remember streaming and nobody would be on here. Like nobody. Nobody would be here. You know, so you gotta give it. It's not instant, man. It's interesting. This looks smaller than that, but it's not. Oh no. Oh, she said the only difference is you don't have a straight jacket on. That's funny. Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, are you sharing your content? Like, go on some Reddit drum forums. Like, I'm part of like 5 or 6, probably more, but roughly 5 or 6 drum subreddits, where I share when I post something on my channel, I share it on there. On X, I'm used to Twitter. I'm sorry, on Twitter. I'm part of it's I guess it's like drummers around the world or something like that. But I share links to my page, links from my post on my channel. I share it on there. Um, I have an official, like, Mark Plays Drums official on my Facebook page. I'm part of a bunch of groups, drum groups on there. I'll share my stuff on there. You know what I mean? So, read or what up, my brother? Um, so I share I'll share whatever I posted. I'll share it on there. Share your stuff, man. You know. Oh, okay. Yeah, but some people, like for me, to be honest, I post because I give lessons. Nobody watches. Nobody's gonna be asking for lessons. I started posting. I started going live. You know, I started going live to hold me accountable to practice. Number one, to hold myself accountable, and number two, to record it, because if I sit there with a cell phone and record it and I have all that stuff on my cell phone, I'm gonna run out of memory. So what I do is I'll post stuff, I'll stream me practicing, excuse me. Then I can look back and say, okay, I need to do that better. Okay, I need to do this better. I need to do that better. It's only recently that I decided to start giving lessons, or like I'm more like a coach, because you're not gonna, I think people need more than lessons. I think, like, there's guys who can give you lessons on how to play football or how to play basketball, but sometimes you don't need that. Sometimes you need the mechanics, like, and why things happen. Like, there's sometimes you need a little more. So mine is more than just drums, it's coaching. And I also offer tips on how you record stuff, how to come up with stuff, how to, you know what I mean, whatever. Plus, my conviction on stuff that you learn is you don't learn stuff for yourself. You learn it for other people. You learn it to share with other people. So, I like to share what I learn with other people. So if I'm online and people ask questions, I'm like, oh, sure. This is how you can do this. This is how you can do that. So, so there's more than, I don't think, I don't think doing it for clicks and views is a bad thing. I think that's a narrow-minded thinking of, and it's like, like, it's almost like talking down on the generation that came up with that. And I'll be 60 in 3 months. I don't, like, I'm a firm believer in, if you don't, like, you can learn stuff from people younger than you. It is possible. It's possible to learn stuff from people that are younger than you. It's quite possible. Number one. Number two, the last generation would look down on my generation because they looked at hip hop as a fad. They were like, or if it wasn't a fad, they were trying to stamp it out. Who am I to do the same thing to the next generation? Even if it's not that, even if it's just looking down on the next generation. You know what I mean? I don't do that. So I don't knock anybody's kind of hustle or whatever they're trying to do. I don't knock it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest, some people have a teaching spirit, man. Like for me, I was always down for sharing information with my peers, or that's why, coming up, I had a lot of friends because I school them on some stuff like, yo, dog, maybe you wouldn't, like a friend of mine who's a bass player, he named his daughter after this album that I turned him on to, and it changed his life. He was a bass player, and he was like, yo, man, I need an album that Chuck Rainey plays on. And we were at this place in Jersey, and they had all these albums on the wall. They had Steely Dan's Asia. I said, you want an album? It was wild. He's like, I need an album that Chuck Rainey plays on. So we're walking in. It's kind of like a sports bar and grill, whatever. But it's instead of sports, it's music. So we all four of us walk in. So they had they had the album, the actual album of Asia by Steely Dan. I said, that album right there. He was like, really? I said, yeah. As a matter of fact, it's a song called Black Cow. Look at that one. I said, start with that one. And he fell in love with Steely Dan, you know, and then he went to Royal Scam, which, you know, Chuck Rainey plays on a bunch of songs on that album. But that became his favorite band, number one. Number two, he loved that album Asia so much, he named his daughter Asia. You know what I mean? So I like sharing information with people will change people's lives. It will, you know, I've seen it happen. You know what I mean? So, you know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to say this, bro. The thing about sharing information is whether you believe in Allah, Buddha, Vishnu, Yahweh, Jesus, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, whatever. If you believe in the universe, if you're like Wiccan and you worship trees and nature, whatever you want to call it, the higher consciousness, the creator, you will never gain more information until you start giving out information. We're not banks. We're vessels. Things are meant to flow through us. We're not meant to hold all that stuff in and just hoarding information, and you walk around and you got information that could change people's lives or possibly save people's lives, but you holding it all in. No, you gotta let that stuff out. And guess what? You won't go any further, man. You won't go any further because you'll be full. You can't take anything else in. You know what I mean? So, you know, the information you learn, the wisdom you gain, you gotta let that stuff out, man. You know, that's why, like, personally, I don't consider myself the wise sage of drums. I just seen a lot of stuff, and I've been through a lot of stuff, and I learned a lot of stuff, and I asked a lot of questions. And I've always had like, man, you know a lot, man. And it's not that I know a lot. I'm not smart. I'm like, you know, I ain't the highest grade of weed in this dispensary. Like I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I just asked a lot of questions, and a lot of the stuff that I've gained was just from experience, you know, trial and error, and I believe in giving that stuff out. And the more you give it out, the more it comes back to you. Whatever you believe in, you know, he, she, it, whatever, is going to give you more. You know, we're all vessels, you know. Raheem, what up, my brother? You know, what up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. I'm all right, man. Yo, Raheem, how are you? How you been? How you been, Raheem? Hold on. Drummers, just drum videos, drummers family, drumming education, modern Ludwig drums, drummings and drummers. That's just a few of them. Yeah, that's just a few of them. Groups. Hold on. Yeah. Modern Ludwig drum. Drummers family. Just drum videos. Modern Ludwig drums. Drumming, education, networking concepts. Drumming, drummers, and percussion. Drummers. Drums and drummers. Drummers World, that's a good one. Drummers Universe, that's a good one. Drummers Community, that's a good one. Drum Covers Group, that's a good one. The Art of Drumming, that's another good one. Jazz Drummers, that's a good one. Drums, it's just capital D-R-U-M-S. Drum Nation, capital D-R-U-M-N-A-T-I-O-N. Then drummers, it's capital D, drummers, whatever. The Art of Drumming. Even Drummers of Atlanta. You may not live in Atlanta, but it's all over the place. You know, the Drummers Lounge. Drums Around the World. Drummers for Drummers. That's drummers with a number 4. Drummers for Drummers. Drummers Unite. Wow, there's 2, what do you call it, that have drums. Capital D-R-U-M-S. Drum covers and solo videos only. Drums and Pro Drummers. Drummers of Unity. Stick control formulas. Drum tuning, equipment, maintenance, and technique. Drummers of the World Unite. Another Drummers United, except it's got 4 exclamation points. Drummers, except it has 3 periods and 3 exclamation points. Gospel Drummer Union, Gospel Drummers Union. Drum Secrets, that's a good one. Drummers Collection, that's another good one. Drummers, just drummers. Yeah. Drummers rock. So yeah, there's tons of them, man. Yeah, so that's a few of them, man. Okay. Yo, when is Ramadan over? Oh, nah, I don't play that late, bro. I give my neighbors a break. I stop at like 10 o'clock. I give my neighbors a break. And my neighbors are cool. My neighbors are real cool. But oh yeah. When is Ramadan over? Worship drummers? No, I haven't. Worship drummers? Worship drummers, okay. I need a new Android. This is old. I need a new iPhone too. That one's old too. Um, join. Worship Drummers United. Join. Drummers who worship. Join. Four drummers. Bro. Oh, I'm already part of it. Okay. Drummers, we beat everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, take it down, my brother. Yeah, go get your rest. All right, I'm going to get something to eat because I'm starving.